HCF and its introduction. HCF and its introduction. HCF and its introduction. Listen carefully. HCF stands for highest common factor. HCF stands for highest common factor. Highest common factor. Now before we explain what is a highest common factor, let us underline the keyword what is a factor. Suppose take a natural number. If I divide this with any other natural number and the remainder is 0, then x is a factor of n. X is a factor of n if you divide n by x and the remainder is 0. If you divide a number by any other number and you are getting the remainder 0, then that number is a factor of n. For example, remainder 1, 12 divided by x is 0. 12 divided by x is 0. So the meaning is x is a factor of 12. X is a factor of 12. What are the factors of 12? Factors of 12 are 1 is a factor of 12, 2 is a factor of 12, 3 is a factor of 12, 4 is a factor of 12, 6 is a factor of 12, and 12 is also a factor of 12. So what are the values that will take x? 1 it will take, 2 it will take, 3 it will take, 4 it will take, 6 it will take, and 12 it will take. When you divide a number by any other number and the remainder is 0, then that denominator is said to be a factor of numerator. Then that denominator is said to be a factor of numerator. X is a factor of 12. And another point, sir, how did you get these 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 directly? First take 12. Write it out into prime bases. 2 6 are 12, 2 3s are 6. So 12 is nothing but 2 square into 3 power 1. 2 square into 3 power 1. 2 square is 4, 4 into 3, 12. Write all the powers of 2. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. Write all the powers of 3 starting from 0 to 1. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 3 power 0, 3 power 1. Now, if you see here, 2 power 0 into 3 power 0, 1 ones are 1. 1 is a factor of 12. 2 power 0 into 3 power 1, 1 into 3, 3 is a factor of 12. 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 2 is a factor. 4 into 3, 12 is a factor. 4 into 1, 4 is a factor. 2 into 3, 6 is a factor. So 3 2s are totally 6 factors are there for 12. Anyway, in factors and multiples class, I am going to explain in detail how to write down all the factors of 12. How to write down all the factors of 12. Again, very, very important point. When you divide a number by any other number and the remainder is 0, then the denominator is said to be a factor of n. Then denominator is said to be a factor of n. Example, when 12 is divided by x, remainder is 0. So x is nothing but a factor of 12. X can be 1, x can be 2, x can be 3, x can be 4, x can be 6, x can be 12. Total 6 values are there for x. I hope the definition of factor is clear to you. Now, definition of factor is clear to you. Now, what do you mean by highest common factor? What is HCF? HCF is highest common factor. Highest common factor. Again, like we did it in LCM, HCF also we will do it in multiple methods. Method 1. Method 1. Generic method. Method 1, which is generic method. What is generic method? Generic method is a method which is there in our textbooks. N1 if I take 12, some natural number 12. N2 if I take 18. N1 is 12 and N2 is 18. Let us write down all the factors of 12. 1 is a factor of 12. 2 is a factor of 12. 3 is a factor of 12. 4 is a factor of 12. 6 is a factor of 12. 12 is a factor of 12. Similarly, what are all the factors for 18? 1 is a factor of 18. 2 is a factor of 18. 3 is a factor of 18. 6 is a factor of 18. 9 is a factor of 18. 18 is also a factor of 18. So first thing what we did is, we are moving from right to most. We took all the factors. Second step is, I will take common factors. I will take common factors. What are all common factors? Here 6 is common. Here 3 is common. Here 2 is common. Here 1 is common. 1 is common, 2 is common, 3 is common, 6 is common. This step is also over. Then find out the highest. Highest among 1, 2, 3 and 6 is 6. So the HCF of 12 comma 18 is 6. HCF of 12 comma 18 is 6. I hope the idea is clear. Method 1. Method 1 is, write down all the factors of that number and take the highest common factor. Take the highest common factor. A factor is also called as a divisor. A factor is also called as divisor. Why? Because 25 when divided by 5, 5 5s are 25, remainder is 0. Now if you see here, 25 is the number which is getting divided, so it is called a dividend. Number which is dividing the dividend is called a divisor. So 5 is called the divisor. Here, how many times it is going? 5 times it is going, so it is a quotient and it is a remainder. And it is a remainder. Because 12 is perfectly divisible by 6 or 12 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. Any factor is also called the divisor. Common remains the common. Highest can also be said in synonym as greatest common divisor. So another synonym for HCF is GCD. GCD or HCF, both are synonyms to each other. HCF is highest common factor. HCF is highest common factor. It is also called as greatest common divisor. It is also called as greatest common divisor. I am not interested in this method 1. Method 1 is for us to understand each and every word in highest common factor. How to take factor, how to take common factor, how to take highest among the given factor. How to take the highest among the given factor. Definition of HCF and how to find out the HCF of two given numbers. Why HCF is also called greatest common divisor. Now, some important key points. Some important key points. Important key points. First one, HCF of 1 with any natural number. HCF of 1 with any natural number, it is always 1. HCF of 1 with any natural number, any natural numbers is also 1. Example, HCF of 1 comma 23, 1. HCF of 1 comma 24 comma 28, it is also 1. HCF of 1 with any natural number, it is 1. HCF of 1 with any natural number, it is 1. First point. Second point, HCF of co-prime numbers. Write down in the same order, sir. HCF of co-prime numbers, it is always 1. HCF of co-prime numbers is always 1. What do you mean by co-prime numbers? Only one factor common. Only one factor common, that is 1. If there is only one factor common and that is 1, then HCF of coprime numbers is always 1. HCF of 1 with any natural number is 1. HCF of any coprime numbers is always 1. For example, HCF of 5 comma 7 is 1. 5 comma 7 is 1. HCF of 12 comma 25 is 1. 12 comma 25 is 1. HCF of 17 comma 18 is 1. HCF of 17 comma 18 is 1. Now if you see here, why I took these three examples. 5 is a prime number, 7 is a prime number. For a doublet to become a co-prime numbers, it is not mandatory that both the numbers should be prime numbers. Both are prime numbers. Both are composite numbers. One is a prime number, another is a composite number. Second important key point. HCF of any coprime numbers is 1. HCF of any coprime numbers is 1. HCF of 1 with any natural number is 1. HCF of 1 with any natural number is 1.